Hi fans of high quality entertainment. I took a break from YouTube. I didn't post a video for I think 3 or 4 days. I think that's the longest gap in over 19 years. Neighbors upstairs. Anyway, I'm going to show you vinyl records this time. I bet you don't own any of these vinyl records. And you know, I did a couple on CDs. The first one did really well. It had over 25,000 views so far and still getting lots of views every day, so thank you. But you know, there's always one or two that say everybody has those in their collection, which I don't think is true to begin with. I'm sure even with these, you're going to have some of them, but you're not going to have all of these vinyl records. Guaranteed. Or my name isn't Lanny Grover. So first I'm going to unbox a gift that I think is from one of my favorite YouTube channels. I bet you don't have this vinyl record in your CD collection, in your vinyl collection. This is so cool. So one of my favorite channels on YouTube, I've been watching them for probably over 5 years, is Taste Like Music. If you've never seen their channel, please check it out. There's certain, they will rank a lot of different artists or whatever. The Beatles, the Beach Boys. One of my favorites, the Beach Boys. They did Ween before I was actually a fan. I know that Joe isn't the biggest Ween fan. So they have started their own record label. And they were kind enough to send me one of the vinyl records. So this is Folk Country. There's a card. And this is the album. Hopefully I pronounce it properly. Nordista Freeze, On the Banks of Disappearing. So this is on the Taste Like Music record label. Congrats, guys. Someday I'll have a record label. Studmuffin records and tapes. I like that album cover. I had to take a second look at it. Very nice. Produced by Jason from Taste Like Music. I did not know that. Here we go. I'm going to carefully unseal it. I'm curious. I don't think I saw the label yet. On the Banks of Disappearing. Nordista Freeze. It's there. So yeah, please go and check out Taste Like Music's YouTube channel. They're also doing this series, Joe and Dylan, a fellow named Dylan, not Bob Dylan, and they're ranking all of Bob, or they're in each video they're reviewing each of the Bob Dylan albums. Boom, Dylan! Look at that. That is actually cool. A and B. So I don't have my stereo system, like I've got a turntable and everything, but I don't have it all hooked up because I live in an apartment building. But what I might do is give this to Glenn Kellaway from the basement to review, and I might check them on Spotify also. So thank you very much. So like I said, please Please, please check out Taste Like Music. I've got a couple more sealed albums, but I'll show those at the end. So here we go. Now, don't take this too seriously. It's just for high quality entertainment. But I'd be curious which of these albums you do own, if you own any of them. And there are some rarities, I believe. The first one is just, especially if you're Canadian, you might have this in your vinyl collection. I certainly did back in the day. Bob and Doug McKenzie, The Great White North, featuring Geddy Lee on Take Off. What a bunch of hosers, eh? But on the Anthem label, which Rush was on the Anthem label, weren't they? Or am I just thinking of the song? Okay, this one. Dan Fogelberg and Tim Weisberg, twin sons of different mothers. I bet you don't have this in your vinyl collection. And if you do, I'm so sorry. Just joking. And this is on the Epic label. This is going to be a long video, so just sit back, smoke a doobie, and relax. Okay, I took the train to visit my girlfriend Molly, and we have 2 kittens, as some of you might know, and there's a video coming up on that. Might be on my other channel. So on the way, we stop in Toronto, the via train station, and then on to London, Ontario. So did you know there was a band called Toronto? Guess where they're from? That's right, Toronto. Girls' Night Out. And this was a fairly popular album, Canadian album. I think it might have even done okay in the States. And it's on Solid Gold Records. Let me know if you have this in your vinyl collection. Or CD. I have nothing against CDs. I'm mainly a CD guy. This one I've never seen before. If you're a fan of Roy Orbison, I'm sure you might have it in your collection. Don't you hate it when people write on the covers, though? It says, that's funny, because it is. It says Johnny Horton's Greatest Hits. And that's what the record is. It's on the old, I've never seen this Columbia record label before. That's cool. But the album cover is There Is Only One Roy Orbison. I thought there were 2 or 3 Roy Orbisons. What do I know? So I'm curious, not Johnny Horton's Greatest Hits. That's a fairly common country album that was in my dad's collection. But let me know if you have this with the proper vinyl record inside. And those are the songs. All right. Now this one, I seriously I was, you know, I do these, the series, Worst Album Covers Ever. And this one came up, and when I saw it, I seriously thought it was like a parody, like it was photoshopped. But it's real, just like I am. Look at that. Why is he looking like the werewolf of London? Or the werewolf of Nashville? Sonny James, Young Love is one song of his that I absolutely love. And my dad had his albums. Sadly, it's not on this. But it does contain When the Snow is on the Roses. Go something like that. And the vinyl record, oh, it's actually Sonny James. Yeah, that's the Columbia record label I remember. But really, it kind of bothers me. Now there's some rock in here, but some 50s. It's kind of all over the place here. This was cool to see. Let me know if you have this in your record collection. Now these guys were talented and they were funny. They're very similar to me. The Smothers Brothers. It must have been something I said. Slithery D, The Shrimp, Crabs Walk Sideways, Michael Row the Boat Ashore, Civil War Song, Jenny Brown, Population Explosion. And they are on the Mercury label. Almost done. This is another one that was in my dad's country and western collection. Possibly one of my favorite, besides Johnny Cash, one of my favorite country artists. He was kind of pop country. Roger Miller, Dang Me, and Chug-a-Lug. They couldn't decide on which to call the album. Yeah, Chug-a-Lug, Lou's Got the Flu, Dang Me, Got To, I Got Again, I Got In, Squares Make the World Go Round. They sure do. This is a mono print on the Mercury label. Now, the final ones, oh yeah, there's a couple more here, I apologize. Now this is, I'm not going to try and pronounce his name, but he is the lead singer, flutist, keyboardist for the band Focus, which is an awesome band. This is one of his solo albums. I bet you don't have this in your vinyl record collection. Now, I'm not including this, but it's just one of the few records from Molly, from her family. And it's a Canadian version of a Beatles record, so just cool to see, in case you haven't seen it. Twist and Shout, the Beatles. See if I got the old inner sleeve and on the Capitol Records label. And this is one of the many vinyl and CD gifts from the Lennon estate. Be curious if any of you have this. Mind Games. No, wait till I'm done. Mind Games, John Lennon Meditation Mixes. Let me know. I've already done an unboxing and a review of this, but it's really cool. So check it out. If I remember, I'll have a link for those videos. And I'm going to end this. These are pretty good because I bet, you know, there might be one or two of you that do have them, but as you know, as some of you know, I'm a huge fan of Sparks, and to celebrate the 50th year of their most popular album, Kimono My House, there's this. Kimono My House, 50 years later, the best of today's underground heavy rock bands, playing tribute to the classic 1974 album by Sparks. And I've got two of these. Red and yellow, and purple and transparent is the other one. Limited to 200 each. So to end this exciting video, I'm going to show you the vinyl records. Gatefold with lots of stuff to read. Let's check out this vinyl. Yeah, this is Pale Wizard, the Pale Wizard record label, and of course they've designed it like the Island record label. Oh, that is so cool. Look at that. Very nice. That is so cool. And these were gifted to me by the record label, so thank you. And the other one, oh, very cool. Thumbnail. So yeah, that's it. Something a little different, maybe a touch on the silly side. Going to be somebody saying those aren't those are all common records, which they aren't all common records. But looking forward to some comments in the comment section below. Thank you again, Taste Like Music. Please check out their YouTube channel and have a great day. Bye.